Hello, my name is Shawn Eckles. I'm with the Home Search. Today, I'm here speaking with Javier Martinez. Javier, can you just explain to the people the difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval?
Yeah, thanks, Shawn. Very common question we get in the mortgage world. A pre-qualification is saying that, yeah, we've taken what you said into consideration, and you should qualify for a mortgage. A pre-approval is, hey, we've looked over your documents. We've done a credit pool, whether it be soft or hard. Make sure that your credit score is in line, and you are in fact approved for a mortgage.
So let me ask you, which is stronger, the pre-approval or the pre-qualification?
Oh, definitely the pre-approval. When you get a pre-approval, like I was saying, we've been through your income, your debts, your credit with more of a fine-tooth comb, and made sure there's going to be no hiccups when it comes time to put in an offer or get to the closing table. Whereas, like I say, a pre-qual is just saying, yeah, you do qualify for one based off what we know at this point, but there's no real evidence backing it up at that point.
Okay, so let's talk about this scenario. Say you have a client that comes to you and they get the pre-qualification. And then they contact me as a real estate agent and say, hey, let's go look at homes. And we end up, finding a home that they like. What could potentially happen with that pre-qualification being approved and us putting in an offer with that?
Yeah, so the pre-qualification is, like I say, it's saying, yeah, you will qualify for a mortgage. I'll use some live examples. Let's say with that pre-qual, we haven't pulled credit yet, and we all know that unfortunately it happens. Like, let's say your income's in line, you think your debts are in line, and we find out actually your credit is lower than you thought. Maybe somebody decided to open a credit card in your name, or you didn't know about the phone bill you had way back in the day. And you have a negative mark on your credit. You're dragging your score down. When it's time to go, actually get into underwriting and get the loan processed, it could disqualify you from purchasing the home because you're not actually approved at that point.
Okay. So what you're saying is if a client gets the pre-qualification and then they come to me and we look at homes, we aren't guaranteed to be able to get that home to closing with that pre-qualification. But if we do have the pre-approval could potentially get us to closing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's say with that pre-approval, if we went through, we've looked at stuff and we made sure, like, hey, we know this is going to work when we're going into underwriting. We know that you have the income to, hold the mortgage payment. We know that, credit's in line, and we know that there's no outstanding debts. It definitely substantially increases, the odds of getting into the home. It's like doing your homework before the test. We're ready and we're prepared at that point.
And I have a few more questions, but one question is trying to determine how much home can someone afford. How do you guys normally come up with, how we can know what number to look for?
Yeah, so in that pre-approval process, what we'll do is, we'll collect some income documents. Depending on people's situations, may be different, but they're typically pay stubs and some W-2s, so we can see how much the person brings in each month. Then we'll take the debts that the person has on their credit report and level them out and see what the debt to income ratio is. And from there, understanding that debt to income ratio, we can back into how much home that person can afford comfortably and get qualified for.
All right. So is there anything else about the pre-qualification and the pre-approval process that you feel that people just need to know?
Yeah, I feel like this is one of the things I talk about the most. A pre-qualification, this is an example I like to use. Pre-qualification is like saying, hey, you're good to go get something to eat. At that point, you don't know if you're going to a fast food restaurant, or you going to a sit down place, or you going to a nice steak dinner. You just know that, hey, you're ready to get something to eat. A pre-approval in the right hand says, hey, I know exactly what my budget is. I know I'm ready to, go to I don't know, maybe a Bad Daddy's versus a Wendy's. It helps you get a realistic understanding of where you stand financially, and helps you plan accordingly. So you're not out, maybe shopping for the lower price homes, because you don't think you can afford as much, or, it stops you from going to the homes that are above your budget, because, you'll never get in there comfortably with the payment, or get approved for that matter. Definitely. Pre-approvals are, pivotal when going out and shopping and looking at real estate.
Well, there you have it. If you have any questions about the pre-approval process and the pre-qualification process, feel free to reach out to either me or Javier. All you have to do is click the link below, and you'll be able to find us and get all the information you need.
Thanks, Shawn.